Say something human. You alright, buddy? Just out in the garage. Yeah. How's the battle today? It's about the same. I need a poo. So the battle today had my father come over, and it's just, we check things out in the truck, but we can't disassemble anything because of insurance. And I never thought I would have to fight so hard to work on my own truck. That's what it is. They don't want me to work on my own truck. Yeah. Are you good? I think so. But honestly, that question really frustrates me because I've not been good in the past, but it's very subjective. Some people could be good, others may not. Yeah, I don't know. What's up, brother? Nothing much. How's it going, dude? It's not a dump truck, is it? No, it's my flatbed. It's about the only truck I have. It's my truck. I've got it on some 2x4s actually currently. Because the air over hydraulic doesn't get low enough to go under the rear diff. So I stick some 2x4s on there, and that way I can actually just lower it in one go. You get a lawyer yet? All right, let's take the 880 first. Yeah, of course I have my 880. I don't understand why people ask me if I have these saws still. There's only one saw I've ever gotten rid of, and that's my 362, which went to my father. So every saw I've ever used or owned, no, company saws, no, like the 395 when I was a Hanson and stuff. But those are my personal saws. I don't get rid of personal saws, and the collection is up there. But I'm not trying to be in this garage a lot longer, so I just want to stay there. And did I get a lawyer yet? It's something I've been thinking about. It's sad that when my body was broke, I at no point even considered getting a lawyer. Everything went smoothly. My nerves were awesome. But this, to fix my truck? Holy fuck. It's something I haven't made up my mind yet. 80 just gather dust most of the time. Oh yeah, the 880 does gather a lot of dust. And I'm sorry to answer your other question, Josh. I didn't do anything to it. I started modding it, realized there's a lot more to modding 880s than I initially thought, so I just put it all back stock. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass to use with the 59-inch bar. It sucks. Like, it's no fun. And it's not even a good looking saw. It's really ugly. So, are you going to Louisiana? Why would I be going to Louisiana? Oh, I don't storm chase. No. Why paint your saws black? Because I like it like that. When are you coming back to North Carolina? Probably never. I don't think anyone's going anywhere anytime soon, really. But no, I mean, I thought North Carolina was one thing and it ended up being something it wasn't. So yeah, I'm a little jaded on the state because of that. Just like I'm jaded on the state of Arizona because of my border patrol story with them, and them spitting on me and shit. So fuck them. Not saying fuck everybody in North Carolina. Just saying you're not my favorite right now. Would love to see how to mod your saws. I've got videos of me buying saws. but I don't do lessons. I'm not a pro saw guy. I just tinker. At least I got some crane working. Yeah, yeah. That was fun, and it was a great learning experience. With crane work, I didn't realize how much I didn't know. So a lot more respect for those guys and the guys that well, a lot more respect for the guys that do it properly and do it well and do it safely because there's two incredibly different ends of the spectrum. You know, when the guys are picking and the picks aren't even moving, and you know, like me, I inverted a couple. That's nude shit. So yeah, those guys have it down to an art, and that's two guys too, the climber and the crane operator working in unison. Don't bring that up, Ironwood. What is he bringing? Did your truck get fixed? The ACF leak? No, the truck is not fixed. I'm still fighting with insurance companies because apparently they don't want me working on my own truck. I guess it's they don't trust people working on their own things. I don't know. But my father is a mechanic. He's in the union. And so I hear things, you know. And a few years ago, they made a second journeyman class for the machinists, which the mechanics are in the union of the machinists. And so now they have a journeyman 1 and a journeyman 2, at least here in St. Louis. And the journeyman 1 is what you think of when you think of a journeyman union, you know, a journeyman. The journeyman 2 get paid $14 an hour. So, I mean, car dealerships are no different than anywhere else. They're businesses that want the most money out of it, so fuck everybody else. And I'm not saying all mechanics are bad, but I'm not sure I would trust a shop to work on my truck, honestly. So, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Corey, do you like the bucket trucks or do you like to climb more? I like to climb because I enjoy my job. But from a business perspective, a bucket truck, it has to be a good investment or else, you know, people wouldn't buy them. And on sketchy jobs where you can't climb, it's, you know, I've had to, I didn't film any of this job, so I don't have anything to show for it. But the very last job I did before my truck went down hard because of the head gaskets, after I got back from Vermont, was a 45-ish foot sycamore in a backyard on Lake St. Louis. So it was a lakefront house, backyard, and everything was landscaped. So I had fucking birds, I swear to God. So I had no drop zone whatsoever. Even the drag path to the front was ridiculous because of all the brickwork and lighting and everything. And the top was dead. It was on the decline. The bottom of the sycamore was still green. But as I started getting closer to the top, I was going to just rig the top out myself, chugging out small, going my way. Like the wood was so weak. There's no way I had no confidence in that tree holding to catch that top, and I could not just bomb it. So I had to come down and walk away from the job with nothing in my wallet and, you know, 4 or 5 hours of work. A bucket truck probably wouldn't have even reached that, but in those situations, you know, it'd have been nice. People that have though, you just good money out here on Kramer and tree a lot of trees. Sets a birdie for the crane before it makes cuts for the bucket. Feels like cheating from taking a tree out the traditional way. So crane is cheating, and it feels like it, yeah. Just because there's so much less strain and physical exertion on the climber's part. You know, you're always just getting rides up and coming down and rides up and coming down. Yeah, it does feel like cheating. What do you typically get as a climber with companies you work with? This area is not good for tree climbers. Our market is kind of shit. Um, a lot of the like here the most expensive, best, or I'll say Hanson's. I still respect Hanson's a lot, and the guys that work there, their crews. I think their quota was like 2,500 a day, which is probably less than a lot of you, I'm sure. But I think there I was like at 25, and that's on the higher end of climbers in this area. I mean, as a starting climber, like 15, you know, they'll train. Yeah. But here, you know, the market's shit, so. Are you still in the doghouse with the girl? Yeah. I'll just say yes to that. Bucket trucks are faster and easier on arthritis. Yeah, absolutely. Bucket trucks are a lot easier and safer. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that if the tree is accessible, it's usually worthwhile to get a bucket on it from a business standpoint, you know, but also it makes me feel kind of obsolete. I still like climbing. Make go fun so you can buy a new truck? No, I'm good. I don't like asking for help like that. Sometimes you just gotta send it. Yeah, but then I'd have been repairing either the neighbor's fence or on the other side was this elaborate pond network they had set up with like a waterfall from one pond to the other, and they had just put on their leaf netting for the winter season. So I actually had to go down and like take all that netting off and everything because the first few twigs that got caught in it, it was a mess. So I ended up having to redo all that too. Cranes cost big money, yeah. Central Nebraska incline. Do you guys have trees in? I mean, I know corn gets big. I didn't know you could climb corn. Plan to start your own company? On paper at least, I do have my own company. Business. Well, kind of that's the logo. Just, I'm not very motivated to advertise and deal with the general public, and also right now my truck and trailer are down, so I've got a couple awesome jobs lined up for when this is fucking taken care of, and I have my truck and trailer back. I put it on a live stream a few days ago. I was at a job a couple days ago with a red truck since mine's down, and the job was originally not going to be very difficult, but I was going to rig from this 100-ish foot sycamore, and after I cleared the undergrowth and smaller trees around it, the sycamore is actually, there's another tree crossing, and there's a neighbor's house not far away, so yeah, it'd be nice if I could get this shit going, because I'm going to run a mini skid for that. There's no way I can do it without it. Have you ever heard of Asplund? Yeah, everybody's heard of Asplund. Line clearance guys. Trees in Nebraska. No cleanup tree service. Oh, sold. I mean, if I could just go do all no cleanup shit, I mean, I was busy all last week at the Indian Creek job, which actually I finished a tree video a little while ago. It's still rendering right now, but it's the day one of Indian Creek. But that was all last week, so it's really just this week is the first week I've not been actively engaged, and I'm going to have to do something probably tomorrow because it's not good for my mental health just doing shit around the house all day wondering what the fuck is going on with my truck. So I fault you, burn it. Can you get insurance money for lost work? From what I understand, yes, which is why I'm surprised they're not jumping at getting this shit done, because they've already cost me a whole lot of fucking money, and every day that goes by is costing me more money. I've got jobs on the books. You just bought a knuckle boom with a grapple saw. Jeez, man, those things. it's like I feel like I should start retraining in a different profession right now. You know, if if there's ever a feeling of obsolescence, that's when I see those things in action. Yeah. Charging insurance for lost days, like yeah. So, all right, we've been doing this like 15 minutes now. Uh, unless you guys start the conversation, I'm pretty much just going to get back to work. Reading about, transmissions and everything because sometime here soon I should be rebuilding mine. What's your Instagram? At Nyma, Nymuh. It's the closest thing I could get to human backwards, even. What happens if you let them total the truck? I have no fucking clue. I have no idea how any of this insurance bullshit works. All I know is that it's just mind blowing how difficult this is. I don't comprehend. I just don't understand why we as a people have let things get this fucking broken. I want plumbing, leak mask plumbing. So yeah, with plumbing, I actually did a lot of plumbing in the Navy, and for a few months after the Navy, I was in the plumbers union here in St. Louis. That was kind of the career path I was looking at. There was one day we were sweating several hundred feet of 2-inch copper, and we're not even sweating, silver brazing. And I did a lot of silver brazing in the Navy because of the saltwater and corrosion. And this journeyman, I was a pre-apprentice. So this journeyman, he was using like a whole fucking stick of solder on like every joint. And I was like, dude, I was like, check it out, man. And right at that moment, the owner of the company showed up, and he just fucking threw this gigantic tantrum because I was supposed to be like doing something else. And I was like, man, I'm showing your journeyman how to do his job. Fuck off. So that was the end of me in the plumbers union. But yeah, plumbing can be fun. Except for stacks. Fuck stacks. I got shitty enough in the Navy. I don't really need to get any more shit on me. What you drinking? Mio, the little flavor squirt things. They have them at Quick Trip, and it's cheaper than energy drinks. When you do a salt tune-up, you fill from a smaller can. Is that straight Seafoam? Yeah. I mean, not all the time, but if you see me doing that, it's just Seafoam. A lot of times, it's not because I think it needs it. It's just because I like to occasionally run some through my machines. Cat urine is the worst for corrosion. Hopefully, I don't have to learn that. I keep my litter box clean. Have a farm boss that has trouble starting after it starts, runs fine. What's my SRT setup? I'm getting a new setup, use a hitch climber pulley setup, but looking at different options. My SRT setup is as simple as it comes: a rope wrench with an INI and a VT with a hitch climber pulley, triple attachment. I said this the other day, but I with the issues I've had with mechanical devices, I have very little confidence in them. So I enjoy the peace of mind of that hitch cord. Insurance company has their protect your buddy. Yeah, because insurance companies, they're businesses. Every business, no matter what product they sell, their goal, especially if they're publicly owned, is to make fucking money. Capitalism has run its course. All we're doing right now is digging ourselves into a bigger hole. Working 7 years in accounting, yeah, that's very awesome. Love to do the work. Cool. Yeah, it's nice when you get out of bed and you don't dread going to work. I did that, like I'm sure many of you did or do, for years when I was welding, and it was just fucking, it sucked. What are you smoking on? I know I need to stop. I don't. You can't tell me anything I don't know. So yeah, people do suck. It's amazing how much people suck. 2020 has really opened my eyes at how much people can suck. Can't find me on Instagram. Hey, what's up, Brown Boy? Uh, it's at NYMUH. Yeah, that's it. Where's Spank? I decided to take this channel back to more like it was. Honestly, I really wasn't even planning on going this long tonight. I'm doing more editing, less live shits, but I still am doing the 9 o'clock daily live, but I'm not putting effort or resources or anything into it. It's just I start doing live and whatever. Do I think bucking Billy Ray knows how to get the gullet? I'm not an expert, okay? But I'm pretty sure I don't know, he probably has like 20 videos on just getting the gullet. And in my mind now, I'm thinking mullet. That would be awesome if he grew a mullet and got the gullet at the same time. Yeah. Get some American Spirits. I smoked those in college, actually. Yeah, you can't force someone to quit smoking, just like you can't force someone to change. That's a decision that the individual has to make. Nobody else can make it for them. Good evening from Alton. I was just over in Alton. Me and Kev did a pretty good sized pruning job over there. It was the job where I lost the my throw weight and a throw line because the birds nested when I launched it, and it's actually strung out between two different trees. Oh yeah, I know he gets the gold. I was being sarcastic. Who is my favorite tree cutting channel? Favorite honey. Hands down, he's the watching his YouTube is what got me into tree climbing. Who Wrangler Star? Get the fuck out of here with Wrangler Star, fucking douche. In my mind, when I hear what's my favorite, I think best, and that's not right. Honeybee is my favorite, but since I asked myself who I think is the best in my own head, I will say Lawrence Schultz. By far, he has done. It'd be nice to even be his groundie just to kind of see how he operates. And apparently, Bannerman's running for president or something like that. I don't know. I think Trevor may be in the lead. Do you regret going out on your own business? That's a question I can't answer yet. The first thought is no, not at all. I mean, that's where my gut goes, and it's true, really, because the freedom. If you're motivated to work and you don't hate what you do, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't go out on your own, and I wish I would have a long time ago. Why I said it is yet to be seen is because I'm finding now just how much of a trigger paperwork truly is for me. And I'm much more pessimistic and cynical now than I was a year ago. And so even though technically I've been out on my own for several months, I still don't even have a business bank account. I don't have a business phone because I don't want to advertise and deal with fucks. I know not everybody out there is a fuck, but there are a few things I hate more, and I've only been in this situation a handful of times. But bidding a job, knowing you're not going to get the work, that it just pisses me off so fucking bad. And to have to deal with those types of people for my own mental health, I'm still holding back on getting a business phone, regardless of the truck situation. I still have enough work from friends, family, and word of mouth to keep me going quite regularly. Um, but yeah, it's not an obstacle I thought would be an obstacle, you know. All right, where are we at? No stuff, blah 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 blah. Red Rounds Monster Tree. Red Rounds is amazing. I still think Schultz is better though. Schultz, a lot of tree work. I'd say you look at your market, you look at the especially here in St. Louis, the speed and efficiency at which you have to work at to turn a profit, and like I said, the area you work in. So Rion is amazing, but it's like all of his jobs, everything is like completely flat. You know, everything is. You know, he does get some gnarly trees, but you know, it's a little more difficult when you're doing things in, say, New York City, like Schultz did. I mean, what he does is the thing I love most about this job. He uses his brain and isn't just stuck in doing things a one way because that's the way they've been done forever. And some of the stuff he's done is, yeah, I'll just say I'm constantly impressed. Should do some learning videos on the proper. I am definitely probably not doing those because to teach would be to imply that you know what you're teaching. And I've never claimed to be a pro or phenomenal or the best or anything like that. I don't even have anything on paper credential wise. Well, I do have, even though it's more of a joke than anything, my TCIA chainsaw specialist, which even that, I say it's a joke because when I hear the word specialist, I think someone who knows what the fuck they're talking about. But when we did that course, it's like, there's so much more to chainsaws than what's being taught. How can you call this a specialist? If it was easy, everyone would do it. Call OSHA on your competition. Nah, I'll just make YouTube videos calling them fucks and telling people how shitty they really are. Health insurance, downside being your own boss. Oh, fuck. I haven't even looked into health insurance. Now, this whole situation, it's like, why even have insurance? Maybe I would just be better to, if I break something, just pay for it out of pocket. It seems not worth it. Can you legally operate a business and not be insured? I'm pretty sure you can. I've always done things my own way, fuck it. It's always easier to get forgiveness. Also enjoying my Minecraft live stream. Thanks. Minecraft is one of those games that when we were bums, it was amazing because you can just throw hours and hours and hours into it. But now that I have shit to do, you know, I don't have the time to do anything like that. Cool. Have a good one at Joby. Those goes big all the time. Well, I mean, from what he shows in his videos, but you know he's probably so busy that he doesn't have time to edit. Like, you know, editing, it's a job, you know, and so he doesn't post videos all that often. He's probably doing a lot of amazing shit that he just doesn't even have on film, or you know, also probably does a lot of mundane shit. But he does contracts, so I imagine it's a lot more crazy shit than mundane. Go to Atlanta and work for Tyler Perry. Fuck, I'd work for Tyler Perry. Hell yeah. How many trees does Tyler Perry have? I can put a costume on and pretend to be an old grandma and climb. I don't know. Thoughts on a running Bolin? Not. Did you mean KNOT? I mean, what do you mean thoughts on? I'm not following the question. It's one of the best. Not yeah. I mean, it's amazing. It unties easily. It doesn't come untied, and if it's an issue, you can put a stopper knot on it. It's a great knot. You can put some half hitches on it and just redistribute the forces to keep it off the knot. It's an amazing knot. A lot of work coming with Hurricane Laura. I don't even have a truck, so I'm St. Louis staying. Oh, not feeling specific client. Yeah, that's a bid. The person is saying that you don't have a bid, and yeah, I've walked away from. There was a real estate developer that had a bunch of properties he wanted tree work on, and we ended up talking for like 5 or 10 minutes before I understood that he was, doing it as an investment. So right then and there, I just dropped it. I was like, sorry, no, I'm not doing it. I fucking hate working for you guys. You're always the fucking worst. You always nitpick. It's just bottom line. It's an investment. It's just greed. That's what it is, just like everything else. And so they're just trying to get the absolute most for the absolute least. And fuck them. I already hate that our housing system is for profit anyway. It's so fucking stupid. It should be subsidized. Closely, who is Spank? He's my buddy that was live streaming with me for a while. Where's the truck? It's right here. So, all right, we're at 32 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end. So, that video should be close to done rendering. And when it is, I'll get it uploaded. It's not many people, I'm sure, saw the live stream, but it's one I already showed on a stream, kind of a cut down version of it. And it's the one where I dropped the big oak log on my toe. So that was fun. But it does feel better. I'm walking normal. So yeah, love y'all. Have a good one, humans.